Alright. Who's ready for like an hour plus of cutscenes? Because I am. Shades shadily. Shade shadily, shade shadily, shade shadily. Let's go check this out. I'm sure I've done 100 battles at this point. I thought so. Stars were short scenes, right? Not the minigames. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. I wonder what the blessing's gonna be. Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale. I don't know what that means. Also contained within is research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Arteria, Congregation for the Sacraments. Okay. Is this a report by Reese? Because I see Reese's name on this one. This one is cool. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with the clearance to do so. Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, 1178, 5:45 a.m. An urgent report came in from Haliask Cathedral in the then Principality, now estate, of North Ambria in northern Zemuria. It stated that a giant white pillar, so tall it appears to kiss the clouds, had appeared on the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei and the one who sent the report behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. By urgent order of the committee, 2 knights of the Gralsritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene by the 8th Merkabah unit. Please note that the Merkabahs had only recently been put into use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m. this was what they saw. Closed as a photograph, the object now known as the Salt Pale. Okay, at this point, however, it was far larger than the term pale would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arga into the air. The 2 knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Haliask, or so it appeared, till we eventually realized the storm contained not ice, but salt. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air has become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra. The spread of that solidifying process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Gralsritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. Yet the spread did not stop there. A day after the Salt Pale first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all of the main highways out of the city unusable. Please note that by this point, then-ruler Prince Balmond had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance. By this point, roughly half of the entire principality had become a sea of salt. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the river Greaves stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the solidification process stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance on the capital of Haliask with the hope of investigating the Salt Pale. That afternoon, they finally reached it. What they found looked completely different from how the Pale had been before when they first arrived in North Ambria. Okay. So it shed its salt, and now it's thinner and black. In the center of the solidified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arca in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt, rather it looked as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the pale's mass decreased as the solidification process progressed. In its smaller state, the pale had lost its power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to solidify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Grolls were to require the use of the sacred tool Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the High Seat in Artaria. Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away deep within the High Seat in Artaria. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to its sudden outbreak, the hearts of North Ambria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and a religious perspective, a swift response from the Septine Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away. And upon revival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing of both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken into gospel facilities where they would be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. Okay, is that the Empire? Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmont, attempted to rebuild the government, but given that he had fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising and the Principality of North Ambria was no more. Eventually, elections were held and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This was also when the former Principality's armed forces reformed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. This was how the large-scale Jaeger Corps known as the Northern Jaegers was first established. This is the object that Kevin used on Weissman. Oh yeah, he did turn Weissman to salt. Oh, I forgot Weissman's dead. I forgot about that. And Kevin's like, hey, he might be gone somewhere. As far as the rest of Zemiri is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends, but a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Septine Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess' powers of creation. Committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There are some who have proposed it may be one of the Septarions, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pail to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Idios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. And here we see the assassination weapons. The most realistic of these plans is using it in the manufacture of a sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water and then surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact. Should the bolt make successful contact with the human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no known means for reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this matter. Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying, the research on it is intended to continue into the future. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Something something. Trial use begins of the sacred tool, top secret work only. Permission granted to use in the execution of Weissman? Used in the execution of Weissman fired from bowgun. Results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area. The target was also successfully erased. Appendix about the target. The target, Weissman, was orphaned by the salt pail when it first appeared. A brief history of it is as follows. What if someone just wanted some good old human salt? Sometimes I wonder about you, Everett. Just sometimes. Joins the Septine Church. Joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official. Promoted to bishop. Declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. That seems appropriate. Of course, I already had a petrify. I probably should have done this first so I didn't have to, like, trade in all of my Sepith. Because I have some Sepith because I fought a thing, but I had no Sepith. What if human salt would be like Himalayan salt? What's Himalayan salt like? It's the pink stuff? I've never had it. I can't imagine human salt would be, like, particularly special. Where am I going? Door's right here. It's supposed to be extra good. Pink and salty. Of course. Thank you, Everett. It's pink and salty. The pink salt is pink and salty. I mean, there's only one way to find out if human salt is any good. I don't know how you distill a person down to just salt, though. I shall grant you a memory fragment. Breaking news! Liberal news special issue. The Flying City Falls Liberal is safe once more. Glory to the young bracers who saved us all from crisis. Future story, Liberal. Enigmatic object gone in a flash. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Stab them with a magical spike, of course. You know, you're right. You're right. What am I saying? What am I saying? We just need to get a splinter of the salt pail, and then get a worthy sacrifice, and cook a lovely soup. I'm trying to think of something that's like high in salt. Jerky. Jerky. We'll make jerky. Some sort of salted meat. Just make a salt lick. How can you save someone from petrification but not saltification? I think it's because you fall apart in the saltification. When you petrify, you're still like a complete statue. Like if you get petrified, this is D&D now. If you get petrified and you turn to stone, and then you fucking break the statue, if you unpetrify the pieces, now you just have a dead corpse. So, you just turn into a pile of salt, and you fall apart. If you, like, unsalt it, you just have, like, a pile of goo. So they're dead. Anyways, many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems that it was visible not only from Liberal, but from the southern edge of the Empire and from Calvard as well. A small minority argue that the structure may have been a new weapon belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seems to conclusively rule out that possibility. The collapse of the Liberal Arc also caused a arc a huge tsunami around the edges of the lake, but so far, there have been no reports of serious injuries, fatalities, or missing persons as a result of this. It did say it all collapsed, so I guess it wasn't a full crystalline structure. Petrification seems to be more mundane than some sort of super magical pseudo-divine object. To a degree. I suppose relatively, yes. Petrification's a little more normal. The worst that seems to have been reported is a number of unfortunate fishermen who were unable to escape in time, getting covered in water. What was the Liber Ark? According to an investigation by the Royal Guard and Bracer Guild, it was a flying city from ancient Sumerian times. How exactly it came to be above Valeria Lake to begin with, or what caused it to collapse, remains to be confirmed, but it appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate known as the Society was somehow involved. While this has yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation team in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there supporting the above theory. The Trail's general monsters can petrify people. Yes, yes. You were right there. Petrification is just a layer of stone over top. That sounds awful. That sounds worse. It's like being buried alive. Yeah, no thanks. I don't know if I finished this page. I finished the page. This place is just one mystery after another, but we can't let those guys get away with any more than they already have, said a member of the team. Furthermore, Zeiss Central Factory and the Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Liber Ark, and to this end, we will be launching a combined salvage operation. Then is recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Liber Ark's collapse, the orbital shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof of this has been established, and we can only await further research into the issue. Thoughts? The orbital shutdown phenomenon and the chaos that was created as a result have been a sobering reminder of just how dependent all of us are on orbments in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is still a good opportunity to reflect on just how much we owe to orbments, and perhaps to try and reduce our reliance on them. Crown Princess Claudia has been busy. As previously reported, Her Highness Princess Claudia is now this nation's crown princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Crown Princess Claudia wasted no time after assuming her position in a meeting with Prince Olivert of the Erebonian Empire, and together they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. After the discussions, they both boarded the Arceala together. It's why they expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Erebonia in the future. In addition, the pair plan to both be in attendance at the upcoming banquet to be held at Gransel Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As you all know, our homeland of Liberal has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There was the coup d'etat, the bizarre changes at the tetracyclic towers, coming under the assault of an ancient dragon, our capital being attacked, and finally the Liber Ark's appearance as already discussed in this very issue. What you may not know, however, is that there is a group of young men and women who were involved in the resolution of all of these crises, their steel-like will and unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may not have been resolved or taken a turn for the worse. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for all they have done for us. Thank you. You are truly this nation's great hope. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Gonna move on. I'm gonna leave you behind. Wait for me. No time for waiting. If we take much longer, the banquet's gonna start without us. I'm talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option. But I'm so hungry. I can't walk another step. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch so you could eat more at the banquet, didn't you? I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. Going 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded. What the hell were you thinking? I can't move? Carry me? Hell no. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's gonna be Adios knows how many famous people there. First thing on the agenda is snapping a photo of Her Majesty and the Crown Princess, and then... Remember when you had to escort in the first game? Vaguely. Huh? This actually isn't so bad? At one point, this very capital was placed in grave danger. Oh, that's Queen Alicia. But thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well. You didn't do any. Oh yeah, she blinded people once in a while with her photos. I remember that. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor all those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia. Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of Liberal by ending the peril we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all that you have done, but... We just made it! We're finally here. Food? Someone give me some food? What the hell are you doing? Eating can wait. You've got 2 pictures to take. The Crown Prince's speech might be finishing soon. Okay. Well, I do hope you will all enjoy your time here all the same. I'm sure you're all busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today, I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest and liberal, so by all means, partake until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. If I don't get Philip as a party member in this game, I'm gonna be sad. Chloe really is something else, huh? I'm not sure I could dress super nice, but get up in front of a crowd like this and make a big speech the way she just did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as Crown Princess before, but from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her is making me kind of jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister? Nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are. What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy with helping get Liberal back in shape, so I haven't even had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know. I know. Still, it's really surprising just how much you've grown even in these past few weeks. I have? Well, it's pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. What can I say? I'm glad that things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Oh, look. Look at all that food. The chefs in the castle supposedly made the entire spread, too. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pig out big time. I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right here, okay, Joshua? I'm gonna go scope out the goods. I don't think I've ever legit eaten until I barfed. I've gotten close before, but then I just stopped eating. She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a ways to go in others. Hey look, how you doing, Joshua? Still not here with you? She just went to get food a second ago, actually. Are you two here more for work than fun? Bingo, there aren't many occasions where this many famous faces are gathered in one place. There's no way we could pass up the chance to come and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So no going home until you've spoken to us, alright? Alright. Great, next up is the Crown Princess. Hop to it, Dorothy. I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions to ask, photos to take. I barfed while eating, but I don't think they were related. I've definitely, like, barfed up food later because it was, like, you know, food poisoning. But, like, I've never just, like, eat, can't eat more, still gonna, ugh, I've never done that. He's even more fired up today than usual. I've also never, like, done, like, a food eating contest. I imagine that would happen if I did a food eating contest. I wonder how Estelle's doing. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on a personal level, too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. Oh shit, actual control in one of these things. Oh my god. The sad part is people did used to eat so much they barfed and then ate more. That's so gross. So, when are you coming? Hold on, I hadn't even... Oh, Joshua. Hey man, making the rounds? Something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you? Sort of. Gate said he was gonna come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back. So I was just asking him when he's free. Oh, that's right, so he did. When we were getting off the RCL, right? I didn't really mean it, though. It was just one of those things you say in passing, but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a bracer's busy work. I'd like to go, sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it. But I've been looking forward to you coming ever since. Okay, let me think. Maybe the end of the month? That should be okay. I think that Friday's free. Think? Really? Is that a promise? Yeah, I guess. Any old groceries I can shove down my neck. Alright, who else we got? It's finally over. It just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand to the salvation of us all. I'm only gonna read out the ones that are like cutscene dialogues. By the way. Oh, snap. This is the first time we've seen Olivier and Sachera. I care more about Olivier than anyone else. You two look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua. Care to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thanks. Oh, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoil sport. Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? Feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion, only Estelle's. Say Sachera, about Luciola. Silly Joshua, what are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be. Sachera's right. Especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries after all that happened over the past few weeks and months, but this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right. The voice they gave her is really funny. Yeah, it's not... I just picked it when I was like, I'm just gonna make her, like, breathy. And, I just stuck with it. I don't know. That's her voice. I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point, though. Oh, while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her. I did notice immediately that she's a spicy lady. That was my description. She's a spicy lady with a deep, breathy voice. Got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? I love Olivia. I love doing Olivia's voice. I loved it so much. My D&D character It's a literally I literally named him Olivier Lindheim, and I do the voice. He's a very shitty enchanter. Joshua. Surprised to see you here, Dad. Thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you're so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has all the utilities it needs, drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say Liberal's back to normal too, I fear. Come to think of it, Estelle and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in Liberal's smaller villages, so it threw us off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. Sometimes I read a sentence and I don't make sense of it. It doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible, though. It should go a long way toward helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've got to do all we can for one another, and the army's no different. With Ereboni and Calvard's internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the army has had to be shelved for now, too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back once in a while. So make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, There's no need to worry about me. I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'd say I'm taking it too easy. Man's a workaholic. He's got a problem. Did you see the one scene in 2 where Olivier and this other guy challenged the chair and Ina? Yes. That was a good day. That was a fun cutscene. I suspected there were multiple ways that could play out as well. Because I think you could choose whether or not to find the, anti-drunk drug or whatever. The fishing was real annoying. I had happened, because you needed that specific fish. I had just, the day before, I randomly got that fish that you need. Because I just, walked by, I fished once, I got to this, rare fish. I was like, oh, that's cool, and then moved on. And then when I was trying to find it again, I looked in my inventory, it turned out I already had one. I was like, oh, shit, okay. I don't have to go fishing, let's just go. It was great. It's very lucky on that front. I didn't expect to see you guys here. You invited then? Sure was, an invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we're turning down some high-class grub, though, so we hurried on over. Well, that's very like you. Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks for Her Majesty pardoning us. Now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should start thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. Need to fish a lot. Yeah, I could tell when I got it. I'm like, this is a rare-ass fish. Like a very rare fish. It's not the first time you said that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right? Well, maybe, but that's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we live so far. I don't want to change now. What up, Kevin? I was expecting you to still be in Liberal. Oh, sup? You're invited too, huh? Makes sense. So having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later. Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. You have pretty bad fishing luck. I didn't even try, filling out the book. I would just randomly do some fishing every time I saw a spot. If you hadn't come to Liberal when you did, don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone, too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. So yeah, just forget about owing me or whatever. It's all in the past. I'm not sure if I should ask this, but are you... Joshua, I'm not going to be in Liberal for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we'll get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so too. What was I gonna ask him? I actually don't know where Joshua was going with that question. It could have gone so many ways. Are you never coming back? Are you moving to Liberal? How's it going, Joshua? Hello, Sid. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we'd have done without you. Think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see. Miss Maid, I need some food. She still can't get food. Hey, Philip. Join my party. Oh, if it isn't Joshua. I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander. Fortunately, the Liber Ark's collapse caused a little direct damage by itself. But that might not have been the case if there had been any ships on the lake at the time, but due in part to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterward was quite small too. I'd say we were rather fortunate. Stella and I were able to see as much when we traveled around the lakeshore. A few people who were watching the city collapse were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. Indeed, if anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. Liberal is, after all, one of the most advanced nations on the continent when it comes to orbital technology. Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths, but in this case, it worked against us. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. O'Shea! I assume talking to Chloe and them is like the last thing I should do. Joshua thinks he's a bad bracer for being an assassin. Huh, I figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be at this party after all, because I've been to plenty of high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before, because I have, for your information. I just need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I could name. Trying to say I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate that you have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here, so could you take this fight somewhere else? Shut up, Joshua! Okay. A duel? They're planning to duel each other? Alright. What? You'd like me to give a comment? Why is he dressing like an assassin? That's a good point. He just can't help himself. Let's see. Looks like she's being interviewed at the moment. I should leave her be for now. Let's talk to the queen then. Who haven't I talked to? More of the staff? This is someone up here. I think that's about everyone now. There were a few people I didn't get to talk to, though, so hopefully I can make another round of the party later once they're free. Here we go. Come on, Dorothy. We're talking to the military guys next. Get up, move on, woman. We haven't got all day. She still not had any food. Y'all, I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water. That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that. We got work to do. Okay. She probably hears the sloshing as she walks. I always hate that. It happens to me once in a while. Drink too much water, and it's like slosh, 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 slosh. Chloe, finally got a bit of a break. It must be exhausting having to do one interview after another. Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad, though. I've had to do a lot more of them ever since becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them. I can believe it. Feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone would learn to adjust after a while. Well, you know. It probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. It's exactly what I intend to do, too. I swore to myself I would do all I could to help and protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part. Well, if you say so. You really are strong. I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I just have to keep going out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push. Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong, not to me anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to protect Clem when we first met too. Thank you. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all. Something on your mind, Chloe? Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you. Sure, okay. This way then. It's just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway? I got stomachs to spare. Are they having a food-eating duel? She's picking up her pace. They're having a food duel. She's DTF, maybe. Chloe is attracted to Joshua. Whose side are you on, anyway? I think I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty occupied. Should we go and see what Chloe wants, then? Have I done something to make her angry, though? I don't feel like I have. So, Chloe, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright? I love you, Joshua. What? Yeah, Joshua has no fucking clue about this either. Estelle knows. Estelle is fully aware of this. Well... I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but... Don't worry, I knew exactly how you were going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out before I could really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? How long have you felt that way? See, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have... well... No, I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Sorry. Told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. It's partly why I wanted to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring out, too. That's probably the best expression I've seen to date. You can be kind of a bully sometimes, you know that? Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. So, what's on your mind, Joshua? What? Mind? I have a mind? What? I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier. Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that? Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? You planning on doing something all on your own again? Your instincts are sharp, alright. Estelle surprises me from time to time, too, but you're definitely up there. Well, that's just how us girls are. So come on, tell me what's troubling you. It's nothing that major, really. I intend to leave Liberal by the end of the month. But why? The country is finally at peace now. That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person, not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted for me. That's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human, bad in that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done, but I can't do that anymore. Oh. That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent. So I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the person I now am, in the truest sense of the word. I see. But if you do that, that means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while. Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. It could be a long time. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part that's on my mind right now. You've still got a lot of growing up to do, young man. Huh? If you ask me, you should just tell her in the way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance, Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. Fucking communicate, you emo assassin piece of shit. That's what Chloe wants to say. You owe that much to her if you love her. You know that, right? Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious. You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you, too. Please stop teasing me. You're not boyish enough for me, that's why I like Estelle. Just remember, it'll be okay if anyone knows you, it's Estelle. Well, if you ask me... He's not a piece of shit. He's definitely an emo assassin, though. He is, yeah. He's definitely a little emo. Joshua! Oh, there you are. Look at these. They're Josette's goggles. I took them from her as spoils of war. Glad you're having fun, Estelle? Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune in next week's issue to find out. Wait, hold on. Chloe? Suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure? Hey, Chloe? So, I'm not sure how best to put this either, but... Thanks. Glad I was able to talk to you like this. Really, I am. Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a very pleasant night. Oh, I never talked to Richard. Fuck. He was right there. The heck? So, Joshua, what did you do, talk about? I might know everything. Nothing. You just gave me a bit of much-needed motivation. Oh really? That sure clears things up. It's been 5 years and Estelle has believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too. No, it doesn't. What motivation? Estelle, I got something I need to tell you. I'm all ears. What's up? Well, you see... I thought that was a bomb for a second. Just like... I was like, wait, that fireworks makes more sense in this context. Fireworks are so pretty. So many of them, too. These are some smoothly animated fireworks. I will say. It actually looks very realistic. Yeah, fireworks are basically light bombs. Bombs of light. You see, Estelle. I never talked to Richard. Luxurious lunch. What do? 8,000? A curious KO? That's pretty good. This is a nice, easy way of restoring the party. Alright. I think that's all the doors I can do currently. Can't do that, can't do that. That needs a gate. That needs a chair, yeah. All the doors are currently done. So... you can horribly injure and possibly kill people with fireworks. Yeah, they are bombs. They're like little rocket bombs. Well, most of them are bombs. Some of them are like the stupid snakes and a screamer. Oh, I forgot there were enemies here. My bad. 8 HP, come on. I started walking like I needed to walk somewhere where I can just fast travel where I need to go. Okay, so... the question is, am I ready to just jump into these split areas or not? I feel like... I'm gonna spend my Mira on ingredients. The swing pitch did give CP, so that is worth it. At least for one. At least for the cheap ingredients, I can buy like a shit ton. Alright, I have ingredients. So I can make foods. Is there anything I want to have on hand? I mean, that's not bad. I wish they healed more is the thing. Everyone is over 10,000 HP, like, come on. This is actually good, and strength food is always good. Regardless of the HP. Make one of these, so I have it. In case I need a quick CP50. Got a queenly cookie. This is better than my other KO items I should just have. Yeah, I'll have a few of these. In fact, I'll just have 5 of these. Just use all my gelatin. I already have a few of those. Cure sleep. I might have a few of those. Maybe I'll just have two of all of them. Alright. That's good enough. I have a feeling that wasn't fresh water before localization. You may be right. Because it looks like a cocktail to me. I mean, everyone has like their own default setup for everyone I haven't used. Except for Josette, because I think Yeah, except for Josette. I'm just, like, afraid of being trapped. I also need to come up with, like, a good party for both. Like, okay, who's gonna go with who? Is the question. I have Reese set up as a healer. Therefore, Chloe's going with Kevin. Kevin set up as a caster. So if Kevin and Chloe are together, that means I need some physical people. Which means they can have Mueller and... Mueller and Joshua? Two healers, two art users. I can't have two, like, super art users, though. Because the only reason Kevin's a super art user is because he has the Crimson Eye. Unless somebody else has more, like, innately good arts. Julia's the next best, aside from Chloe. But she's a natural healer. And always has been. I don't necessarily need super strong arts on both sides, I don't think. It'd probably be better if I did. So I have people with high arts defense. I have a few just because of, like, items and shit. Both of these guys have the art defense items. And I might find something along the way in a chest. But I think Kevin, Chloe, Joshua, and Mueller. Then you have Julia, Tita, Josette. Oh, I haven't equipped them. I should actually equip everyone so I can see everyone's stats before I do this. Everyone's proper stat. Or did I do that already? I did that already. Okay, yeah, okay, so these are the stats that everyone has. Let me just think about physical attackers. Okay, I have to consider Josette here. Because her attack is very low. She has her best weapon and an attack too, and it's still only 1,000. Or it's just under 1,100. Like, it's way lower than everyone else's. So I guess she can be set up as a caster? She's like a middle caster with the lines here. She's earth-locked on one side. I have to figure out where she's gonna fit in. Maybe I can do Kevin, Chloe, Mueller, Josette. I think that might work the best. And then you have Julia, Tita, who are both very strong. With Reese and Joshua. She can be support with defense buffs. Yeah, I can give her like Lacrest and shit. I just feel like she's gonna be dead weight. Unless I make her a healer. But I already have Chloe and Reese for that. I could set up Reese in a different way. I could try to have her set up as my art attack, as my caster. And then Josette can be buff and heals. That's probably the best. Yeah, I think that's the best. Those accessories, yeah. I only have 1 art attack, though. I have 2 for art defense, but only 1 for art attack. Currently. So, but she's at 830. Without anything boosting it. Aside from mind, but like... Like, this is as high as she'll go. Did not like Josette when I used her a lot, like how I don't really like Kevin, which sucks because he's the protagonist. Josette? Yeah, Josette has been like... It's just like she doesn't excel anywhere. She can steal and hit the whole screen with her S-Craft, and that's cool, but... I wonder if she still has art +1. Like range +1, just innately. Kinda want to find out. I'm gonna find out, actually.
Got it!
Let's just go. Just go anywhere. What spells does she have that I can test this easy with? Earth Guard. No, that's single. Stone Impact. Does anyone else have Stone Impact so I can compare? Yes, okay. Let's just see. Does she have range 1 on it? I meant to check her quartz in that sense. Okay, Stone Impact. That's the range for that. Okay. Just barely hits the slime lump, but I'm also going to try and killing the slime lump because it gets a shit ton of... that's a lot of modifiers on their turns. Just wanted to point that out. Oh, I can't fucking Evil Eye. Supreme Dual Strike. Sounds pretty good. Can't do any of my attack delays. Boo! Fuck. Okay, she does not have innate art. She does not have range +1 innately. They took that away from her, which kind of sucks.
Take that!
Yeah, saw that coming.
Let's end this.
That's it for me.
Yup. Yup. Unless Risa's range on. I'll double check after the fight. But I don't think either one of them does. I was gonna try reviving, but it really doesn't matter. Alright. The experience for this is gonna be minimal.
Goddess, my
Yeah.
thanks to thee.
But I got the slime lump stuff, so... No range. Alright, okay, so she does not have range +1 innately. Kind of sucks. I kind of wish they kept some of those, like, hidden things. Makes it a little more interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go back to base because I like the music there. I don't know why I keep going back. Okay, Orbit. So, Reese can be caster. Therefore, Josette will be heal buff. Which means this should be... Okay, I need better, better chords here. He doesn't need a mind. I mean, HP2 would be better, but I just want... It's the same elemental value, so I'm just trying to set up spells. If I give her the Mind 3, I can make it work. because I don't have HP 3 at my disposal. I need 5 water at least. This might not work just because it's Earthlock there. I would love 8. If she has Septi and Vein, I can do it. Need to make her useful. Last thing I want is a completely deadweight character. So you do that, plus... Oh, but then I don't have any space. Fuck. Yeah, the only Earth stuff that gives water is Septi and Vein. I got the water, but in order to have the AoE heals, I need wind. But then I also need wind and space. As far as I know, there is no wind and space that I have. There's a wind and mirage, but it's crap. I mean, a single target heal is fine. I'm more likely to use Tyrell than I am Latira. Like, way more likely. I don't get La Crust, though, which kind of sucks. What do I need for that? Yeah, I need one more Mirage. One more Mirage. Do I have anything that's like 3 Mirage, 3 space? Don't. It's better than nothing. Just TLoH. Can't set up something better on the free side? Not really. I mean, maybe. How much Earth do I need? That's the question. Because I could put the Septian Vein in the middle. I only need 5 for La Crest. Put that in the middle. Let's switch this around so it's like that. Get upwind. I'll just do shield for right now. Just for the high elemental value. And then I can go EV cut. I don't need a cast. This earth can be defense, I guess. I think I don't want to do that. I think I might throw an attack on just so she can actually try doing damage. Depends how. Let's see how high it goes. 11, 11. That's gonna do no damage. So, just go with defense. I could go with action, information, confuse. La Crust would be nice. Theoretically, this should give me La Crest, shouldn't it? Oh, I need 3 Mirage as well. If I get rid of the cast, I can do hit 2 and then like strike or something. And then I'll get La Crest, but then I don't have cast. Which sucks. I don't have Earth Wall. What do I need? Oh, I need 8 Earth. Why I have 8 Earth? I just need 4 space. Yeah, cast is improved cast improved cast speed, and for a healer especially, you're gonna want that improved cast speed. I think this is the best I can do. I'll switch the strike for one of these. Information, I guess. Oh no, only one side's gonna have information. I don't really need detection. Maybe I'll go with action. I'll just go with an action. Alright. Healer. That Reese can be. You need a mind again. You have one side set up and just switch every time you do. That sounds annoying as fuck. I'd rather just switch up both. Have both set and go. Which side has information doesn't really matter. I like information. So if he's gonna be caster ability, I did this. Right, I did that so I could have dark matter. That's expensive as fuck. So in general, I want. I was gonna say I want more wind. These only give one. What do I want spell-wise? I mean, if I keep it, I can't really do anything spell-wise. I can get more fire. I might do that. Can I get the Forte? Is that a possibility? 5. No. Not until I have attack 3. Yeah, no, not until I have attack 3. But I could just do fire, so I actually have fire spells. Plus, he might be able to do some damage when he attacks. I imagine there's only one person needs to have it slotted in. But don't they have to be in my current party for it to take effect? Setting up his caster. I need an EP cut. I don't have any more EP cuts. You don't need this. Alright, so you have some spells, you have some spells. You set up his caster. Chloe is already set up as healer. I ain't gonna touch this. Which is it, just current party, but that's it. I could just switch them back and forth with the information. I'll micromanage like a single quartz, but I'm not gonna like micromanage the whole thing. Like every time I switch, oh, I gotta start up my whole party again. I fucking hate that. I remember watching the Final Fantasy VII Remake and people kept doing that, and I was like, why don't you just have a setup for each person? And just go with that. Instead, they're like, okay, I got my one set up for this one person. I'm gonna have to switch it every time we switch party members. I have to switch this once. They were like in the menus constantly. I was just like, why don't you just like give each person their own thing? Got any Heaven's Eye? No. No Heaven's Eye yet. Otherwise, I would do that. And information. I will give him an information then. And... so I'm only concerned about his stats, right? I'll make him more physical. I already have attack. Right, that's time locked. So it's just a blind then. And... hit, I suppose. You're good. You have Eagle Eye. You have the information currently. You're set up. You have Lacrest. You're good as you are. You're good enough as you are. Just to give you better versions of what's here. Alright, I think we're good. I'll just give people things. You can have a long barrel. And... prevent mute. Have... seal and... death blows. You have stuff, you have stuff. You have stuff. I don't have any anti-mutes. That sucks. Okay, faint and sleep. You have stuff. You already have mute. You don't need anti-mute. Give it to Chloe. Poison, sleep, blind, seal. So blind and seal. Alright. I think we're good to go. I also need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, let's go. Let us away. Alright, let's go. So who did I say? I said Chloe, Josette and Mueller, that's what it was. And then we'll do... Wait, no. No, that's wrong. Hold on. What did I... What? I originally said... Hold on.
Together now.
I originally said Kevin with Chloe, Mueller, and... something. Maybe it's Joshua. I think it was Joshua. You ready?
Got it. Take it.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Healer, healer. Attack, 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 attack. Caster, caster. Yeah. Yeah. Random. That'd be funny. Yeah. Oh, it's reacting to us. Well, now all that's left is to head through the doors and see what awaits us. You ready to go, Reese? I am. Kevin? What's up? Oh, I get it. Gonna feel all lonely without me to cuddle up against? Not a chance. It's nothing. Let's just get this over with. Yes, ma'am. Alright, time to make our way through this plane. See you guys on the other side. Till then, take care. There's every chance we might find ourselves face to face with another devil, too. So stay on guard, proceed cautiously. Let's do Kevin's first. Because it was already highlighted on Kevin, so why the fuck not? Here we go again. Oh, they're gonna move. Whatever, I'm still gonna put it there. Unless... Oh. Why is the range on that so garbage? I feel like that used to be farther away. Let's try KOing one, I guess. Oh. Well. She doesn't really have any... Whatever. I'm just fucking up my own magic circle. Cool. I blinded him at least. I mean, I don't need to attack delay. I'm just gonna just do some shit.
That was the sword of Bender.
Am I just gonna do one road completely and then do the other road completely? Because I definitely could have just done one setup. If that was the case. Whatever. What were they? They weren't ordinary monsters anyway. They reminded me of the prank-loving gremlins that appear in folklore. Perhaps that's what they actually were. It's possible. First skeletons, then armored knights, then ghosts, now gremlins. This place sure is all about that folklore. Not the pleasant kind at that. Wind fairy. Just immune to wind, and that's it. Sleep-inducing dust. Unfortunate. I might just go with this.
Let's end this. That was the sword of Bender.
Sword of what? I don't think you said the sword of Fanta. Let's try fainting one. Nice. It's a weak two. Things I don't have. Give me an airstrike. I feel like it. Yeah, that one's dead.
That was the sword of Bender.
Vanda? Fanta? Wind fairy better than a wind fish? You're not wrong. This chest appreciates your concern, but it's doing okay. Ow. These hammer dwarves suck. Everything here is weak to space, but the only space spell is fucking... First of all, I don't have it. Dark matter. It's also costs 80 EP at this game. So no thank Oh, he still fainted? Lost my crit. Oh, he didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought he would. I thought he was gonna do like 600-700. Do you appreciate how much Sepith I'm getting, even though we don't have the Septium Vein? It's almost like not like required in terms of getting Sepith anymore. Oh, I can still have a support. I'm gonna go with Reese. Ghastly Jin. Wind D. Everything here is wind. The other side's gonna be all earth, isn't it? Yeah, it's weak to earth. I don't have any earth spells. Okay, now I can find out for sure if the magic cast does vanish. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Fucking sealed him though. And sleeped him. God. Oh, if he dies, I get an extra item. Does he just have super high defense or what?
Alright, what's next?
What? Why did Joshua do 90 a hit and then Chloe did 500? Hold on. That's decently big. Hold on. He needs better attack. But anyway, how did she do hundreds more than he did? Is Dual Strike just really weak now? Is it the weapon? How the fuck did that work? It does have high defense, but like, how did Chloe do 500? So confused. Oh, I don't have haze either. That's another issue. Magic? She physically attacked. So, you know. Figuratively. It's very confusing to use magic figuratively in games with magic in them. He doesn't really need EP. Let's make that, Wait, who is Haze? Oh God, someone on the other team has Haze. Whatever. No haze for me. Instant death bonus? Don't know. I'll do it anyway, but maybe it's a dual strike thing. Always poisons? I don't know what the fuck happened there. Wow, I'm just gonna...
I'm sorry.
I clicked it, game. I went on Chloe's thing and I clicked it, and you're just like, nah. Drop me input. I mean, her thing does res. Just use it.
Now, light of the heavens, radiant battling!
One of them's gonna get to go. That one's gonna get to go. Just kill it.
We're not done yet.
What is Mueller's attack? Okay, it is like 200 higher. I was like, he's doing double damage compared to everyone else. Makes sense. Oh, thank God. I was like, I wish Joshua had a little bit more attack. No, we aren't. That place is mine, and I can do whatever I want with it. And what I want to do is wash my hands of the thing for good. He swallowed another healthy chunk of lamb, then clack went his knife. Excellent. He's losing 5 dex and agility, but I don't give a fuck. I have yet to encounter a single chest monster. Did you know Hallie from Gambler Jack's name was originally translated accurately as Haru, but it turns out the official Japanese spelling wasn't that, but Hallie. That was revealed in Gambler Jack's sequel. And I say we keep it, she said, her stiff tone implying that any other plans he dared to present would be, to put it delicately, stupid. Think of all the history you're abandoning. 50 years! It's like a Mars Spiritus. That's pretty good, I'll keep that. I'll learn it when it's appropriate. Please do not take without permission, thank you. Wasn't this just like a regular... Yeah, I keep getting some of these. I'm like, can you give me something better in these red chests? I wish having... I miss having haze. I love getting preemptive strikes all the time. Oh, the enemy's gonna get a thing. I'm gonna flicker the shit out of that. You're not getting 2 attacks right away. Oh, he has no CP. I think the spell will kill it. This might knock it out of the circle. That will definitely knock it out of the circle. I'll just hit this thing. Alright, forgot that thing was immune to wind. No! The other thing's immune to stuff. Let's do a firebolt. Alright, that thing's dead. I thought that was an art guard. Unless it just blocks both. This sucks. Do I have Curia? I want to use the death thing, but it's on Joshua's turn. He's fucking fainted. My movement is garbage. I can't get to Joshua. Well, this sucks. My free win? Okay, that does not proc on spells. Which I didn't think I did. Oh wait, he's asleep. Fuck. Can you Curia in time? Okay.
Alright, what's next?
Excellent. Oh. Who do I want to vanish? I want to vanish this one. It has a vanish. I will vanish. I don't really want to vanish any of them. I'm just gonna heal.
That's that then. Let's move out.
You get a lot of Sepith really fast in this game. I like it. How do you advantage the target of a heal? I don't think so. I don't think any of the spells proc those things. Except for item.
Let's end this.
I don't know why he only took 90 damage that at the time. This doesn't make any sense. I could have fainted him. Whatever, too late now. Well, once I heal, I'm dead. Is there any food that does this? Nope. Was kind of hoping he would die. Dead on his next turn, though. This is pointless, but I'm gonna try.
Not bad.
Just use up your EP and out of combat heals.
That was the sword.
I really hope that's still in the circle. They're gonna move anyway. They should both die. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
A new door. Bring me the man who talks with his fists. Another Zindor? That's 2 Zindors. Like 2. Oh, thank God. I almost fucking died.
Let's end this.
Why do you go twice?
We're not done yet.
Huh? Huh what? Huh? Congratulations, it's a girl! Looking into the void inside the empty chest, you start questioning the nature of life itself. Could you spare a tear bomb or two for these rusty hinges? That wasn't a Mueller sword. Oh, it was a Mueller sword. Oh, another 100? God damn. You open the lid. A piercing scream fills the air. You quickly shut the lid. Walk away. Prince blinds. Gives me 100 arts. Which means I want to give it to Kevin. I should probably actually leave this off, so the other team can get it. I'm gonna leave it off, I think, so the other team can get it. I don't remember if an AoE... Oh, I don't want... I was gonna attack delay, but now I don't want to. I wonder if an AoE... I can't remember if an AoE craft would proc the death. But I wanna know. And it's called Mortal Punishment.
Let's end this.
It does.
Not bad.
Very appropriate. Very appropriate craft name. Pretty sure I did it with Tita. I remember doing it with a regular attack. I don't think I ever did it with a smoke bomb or anything.
Let's end this.
Okay, let's just not wake the sleeping one. Yeah, let's just attack him. Man, they are really slow. When I get the preemptive turn, like, holy shit. I mean, when we vanish him, we win, but I'd rather not vanish him, actually. I also don't want to wake him up. Let's just move in. Now we'll do it. I should have poisoned him. What can I do that's not? I'll just not. Oh. Okay. Poison procs, right? I think it did. I just didn't see the number.
Done yet.
Chloe still has lots of EP. Got a Bestia coat? Isn't that the old armor? Oh, yes, the agility one. I lose 100 defense, though. Lit Creeks, 10,000 years. They'll give you such a crick in the neck. Can I hit both? Can I hit both? No. Well, let's kill this one then. Are they just hard to hit, or what, like what? It would make sense. Oh, I really don't want it to vanish. Curia? I could have Curia'd. I don't know if I could have.
Alright, what's next?
It's a shining palm? Wait, that's a lie. Like the promise of more treasure. Oh, fuck. Oh. What? What's this doing here? Kevin? Oh no, I was just impressed at how nice this bowgun is. I'm gonna get some good use out of this baby. The son scoffed upon hearing Jubilee's name. His wife always had a habit of biting her lip before playing her ace in the hole. And there was no finer ace against him than in their daughter's opinion. Maybe this is the specific bowgun he used to kill Weissman. And it's got arts on it. That's good. Now he does more damage than Joshua. Or about the same.
Let's end this.
That.
Caster is too much attack. It's true. I can't help it. Joshua is very middle ground. It's probably be best just to force him into a caster role, because his attack is never... he's never had top tier attack. But you 50 Mira, that item is still in your inventory during the final battle. I'm losing 50 Mira. I don't sell gear, are you kidding? Alright, who would benefit the most from the agility? Probably. And the movement. Maybe I'll give it to Mueller. Mueller. I don't need to cast spells anymore. Ow. Let's pull them closer to Chloe.
Alright, what's next?
So much Sepith now. If this empty chest were filled to the brim with food, it still wouldn't be enough to satisfy Reese. It's probably true. Let's start poisoning. You can do Hound Gale. That's a poison breath. Oh, I really don't want him to have. Oh, I can't avoid this. The other guy's getting 2 turns. Oh, I can reach him. Now Chloe gets 2 turns. So let's impede this one. And then can't for the other one.
Take it down!
And I'll just... I mean, you're just gonna... I'll just attack you. You should just die. Oh. Well... Whatever.
That's that then.
I always forget how
move
good that defense down is. Joshua is the highest attack in your current party. Did it take a lot of effort? I find there's times where he has the highest attack, but he never keeps it for very long. Alright, this is all the same. Maybe I'll do some slots for Chloe and Kevin. That's expensive as fuck. Should be enough. Ooh, we're getting number 3s now. I should have looked at this first. God damn it. Get another eagle eye. I might as well get another eagle eye. Why not? I'll grab another EP code too because I can. No, I can't get move 3. I hit 3. Alright, it's all spent. What can I get that's better? Mueller can have attack 3. Make it even better. Who... I got an action 3, right? Yeah, who am I gonna give this to? Chloe has action, I'll give it to her. She doesn't have action. Give it to Mueller. I'll just upgrade Mueller, because why not? HP though, Chloe. Does anybody... Anybody using defense? No. Alright, I think that's the best I got right now. Yeah. Oh, this looks like a boss fight to me. Over there! Could that be the exit, perhaps? Sure looks that way. Hope everything's going well for Reese's group, too. There goes my hopes of just walking. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way to it. What? Reese? Damn it, is she being mind controlled or something? Raise question mark? Alright, she's immune to Mirage. What are these? Mirror from Gehenna shows sins the deceased committed in life. Plus physical. reflects arts. Okay. So Mueller wants to attack the red one. Can I hit both? You. Can't be. We can't feint the mirror. In case you ever were wondering. Can't feint the mirror. Let's skip this one. Let's. I'm gonna camphor these mirrors so that Mueller can fuck their shit up. So let's just do a strike. A lot of shit is happening. I'm gonna throw this up. This was too many turns.
I hold in my hand the chalice of the lights at his
No way!
Oh, that doesn't do damage. Fuck. There's no crits coming up. I kind of want to use. No. I'll wait for I was thinking Chloe can camphor the other mirror, and then I'll use his hopefully one of these is S-Craft. Use one of these. These don't reflect, do they? They just nullify. Repels physical. Okay, never mind. I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll just use the True Sever. It should die.
Let's do this!
Oh, fuck my life. Alright, just do some healing then. Cool! Man, if she did that again, I would have been so fucking annoyed. Alright, I'll just do a Hound Gale then. I want Chloe to camp for the other one, so she needs to not have to heal. It's not fair. Can she revive them then? That's gonna suck if she can. She doesn't have that much HP, realistically. Let's just attack. They have really high defense. I need to start damaging these. Let's throw a camphor on this.
Take it down!
Oh, she has a crit. Ew, that hurts. Alright, let's just hope. Let's just hope you live. Okay. I don't think these do more damage. Blade Dancer might. It looks about the same. We're all hurting. Just a little too much. But I also want to do some damage. You're still at half health. I highly doubt they can be sealed. They're also all very fast. This is the other problem here. Crepe yourself. Crepe yourself. I want to move, but I need to heal. I'm gonna heal. Oh, fuck. I don't want my healer to die. I'm gonna do this. Oh, fuck off with your holy blessing. Oh, thank God. Give Chloe some CP from the item. Maybe. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. Okay. They can start working on Reese now. I think I need... Yeah, I do need to heal myself. Why is she so fast? She probably can't be fainted, but I'm gonna try. Didn't even proc. The other ones are gonna get... Can I attack delay? It doesn't look like I can. Usually I'll see a yellow arrow. Yeah, no, I can attack delay Reese, but not the other ones. It's just dual striker. Oh, okay. Alright, you just do some heals. Please live, Joshua! I needed to move anyway. I'm too far away to S-Craps. Stop knocking me back! Oh, whatever. Sorry, Chloe. She's not gonna attack anyway, so it's not the worst. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Chloe gets to go next turn. I wonder if I should just heal with an item though. Kevin has 0 CP, so if he dies, it's not the worst. He's repel physical. So. Go with Mueller. Okay, good. I'd love to camp for Reese, but I don't have time. Okay. Almost there. It doesn't matter time-wise. Look if it's a... yeah. You can start working on these. So flare arrow. Of course she has another fade. God, what does she do now? That's can heal with thaumaturgy. I don't know if she's gonna do anything different. I'm gonna heal up. Oh, I have a Tyrol! I'm using it. I want to move, but I don't want to move. Because I want to do a spell, but I'm gonna move. Move here. I have a crit. I am not moving. I'm taking advantage of this crit. In fact, I'm gonna chain with Joshua. God fucking damn it. That hurts. Okay, there's a crit coming up. Mueller can use that. Guess I'm gonna heal him. I really want to deal with these fucking mirrors. Oh, the spells are moving, though. That's awkward. Oh, that'll work.
I'll save you!
Oh, fuck. It's gonna reflect back on him. Only she hadn't moved. Doing it anyway.
My soul-lit sword rises! Witness!
Don't care. Do I have time for this, or do I have to heal? I don't know if Chloe's gonna die in one more hit. I'm gonna heal. Yeah, I can S-craft her, but I wanted to wait till after the spell. I think Mila might be dead. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't have TLoH? Fuck. Okay.
Break! Now, light of the heavens, radiant fire!
Of course she does. Oh, is it a grimoire? Lol. Just gonna do a single target. This is annoying. I still have to deal with these. Let's kill this thing. Oh. Well, it's asleep, so I can't do any bullshit. Let's just do some magic. I wonder if Shadow Spear. What if they can be KO'd? That'd be kind of funny. Oh, I want a crit spell! Oh well.
Alright, what's next?
Those were easy to kill once, like, I, you know, didn't desperately need to heal. That was terrible, Sepith. Got a hit 4, though, so that's cool. Oh. Wonder who that is. Well, looks like that's the end of this trial. Sure came as a surprise to find out that Reese was just a fiend in disguise, though. I was shocked, too. I thought she was being mind-controlled or something. I've known her for a long time, but I was fooled. It's no surprise that you guys would be. The mirrors with it were so deadly, too. I think it's safe to say that whole battle was a trap set up for us by our enemies. That being the case, I'm concerned for how the other group is faring. Should hurry on ahead. Yeah, let's get ourselves over to that gate. Turns out it's Reese, and the Reese you were with was a fake, and she killed the party she was with. Lol. That could be funny. I'm assuming I'll get one in Silver Road too, so now I'm curious, like, who the pair would be. So I'm not sure. On guard! Is that a Tonberry? Oh, I don't have information on right now. I should have taken it off! I suck. Gilbert and Ren?
Prepare to meet your spin!
That'd be pretty funny, actually. That is the only pair I can legit think of, because they're both Ouroboros. You have no CP. You're set up as healers, healer whatnots. You also have no attack.
Take that!
You're blind, so I don't need to worry about you. I feel like this team is significantly worse. This seems significantly worse.
Strike as one!
Took you a bit to remember who Gilbert was. No one cares about Gilbert, that's why I don't remember.
Prepare to meet your spin!
Alright, are they like immune to blind? Yeah, this team is significantly worse than the other one. Fuck. The enemy team is also like significantly faster. Like Julia doesn't have any AoE crafts. Like I had AoE crafts on 3 of my characters in the other party, and these people have like not. I have 2. They're not nearly as strong physically as like Mueller. I also think we're just like don't have any actions on any of these people, because like I feel like we're just getting attacked more than we're attacking. The fuck?
This is bad. Mercy.
That's also just nasty. That was fucking rough. 100,000 sparrows, though. What were those things? They look like reapers you'd find in a fairy tale. It's the same way. The devils we've encountered shouldn't be able to exist, but in a different sense, neither should those fiends. This definitely isn't going to be easy. Yeah, you can say that again. Also, I forgot to unlock some of Josette's slots before moving here. Which is an issue. So hold on. Everyone has action 1s. Except for Reese. Reese is my caster setup, right? Means you can have the white bracelet then. So I did just get 1,000 sparrows, whatever that is. Josette's also like 5 levels lower. Reese's your healer. No, Josette's my healer. This is gonna be rough. Yeah, I can just save on this. But it's gonna be rough tomorrow. Yeah, I'm done for today. Tomorrow's stream will likely start late. Just warning you now. Like, very late. So, yeah. And also tomorrow's gonna be a shit show. So if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.